Call this meeting to order, the Topsham Select Board. It is October 16, 2025, and we're in the Donald A. Russell Meeting Room. Will you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, Town Manager, we call the roll, please.
Actually, Patty is here.
Oh, she's here. Patty, welcome.
Patty is here. Amen, brother. Okay. Roland Tubbs.
Here.
Marie Brilliant.
Here.
Ann Callahan.
She's excused. She's out tonight.
Ryan Holmes.
Here.
And Matt Nixon.
One last time.
Very good. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you, guys.
Can I just ID on you? All right, next up, Town Manager's report.
Early voting is underway for the November election. Today, 810 ballots have been requested. Early voting will be held in this room during business hours through Thursday, October 30th. Come join the town's Halloween parade, which will be held at the Topsham Fair Mall on Friday, October 31st at 4:30 p.m. Please line up in the area of the car wash at 4:15 p.m. And finally, please support our local businesses. Some have noticed a decrease in business since the Frank J. Wood Bridge became one-way. There is a directory of local businesses on our website at the bottom of the front page. If you'd like to know more about the goods and services you can obtain in Topsham, you can find it there. There's also a link on the page to request to have your business added to the page. And that's it.
Okay, great. All right, next up, board and committee reports and updates. First is an update on transmission section 31 in Topsham. Patrick Voigt, Central Maine Power.
Good evening. I appreciate the opportunity to address the select board on behalf of Central Maine Power. My name is Greg Thompson. I'm joined with Patrick Voigt, key account manager for the area, as well as Deb Turcott, project company. I'd like to update you on the company's efforts to replace the aging transmission line feeding the west side of Brunswick and Hartsville. Toward the end of 2026 into 2027, the company will begin construction to replace the transmission line known as Section 31 from Topsham to Brunswick within the current corridor. In 2019, Section 31 was considered to have reached the end of its useful life. Since then, the company and several other groups, including the Maine Public Utilities Commission, have looked at many options that for various reasons have not provided a suitable replacement. So what has changed that makes this option the right one? Time. Over the last 5 years, Section 31 has sustained several outages that last hours to repair. As we move forward, we continue to be faced with the uncertainty of the size of repair needed and the amount of time needed to make the repairs to restore power in the event of a failure. Time to act has arrived. Over the next several months, various engineers and contractors will be finalizing the designs that are needed to complete this work. As the design gets closer to completion, we will be holding various meetings with planning boards, neighborhoods, and directly with individual abutters to discuss these details. We will continue to provide updates on the timing of activities to reduce the impact that we will be required by as much as possible. In addition, we will be providing you with the contacts to reach out with questions, and if they cannot be answered immediately, your inquiry will be logged and follow-up will occur. This is just the first step in a communication plan that will be very active over the next year. All of us look forward to meeting and working with the community to replace this important infrastructure for the approximately 8,000 customers it serves. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions. If there are no questions, the three of us will be outside for a short time and we'll attempt to answer them then. Thank you for your time. Is there any questions from the slide?
Thanks for the update.
All right. Thank you very much.
Anything from the audience? No?
Maybe just in case people are watching, Greg, explain, this is a couple of years ago, it was talk, it was gonna be a different route through.
Sure, so
Topsham High.
several years ago, or a couple of years ago, this went through the Public Utilities Commission. There was talk of what they call a non-wires alternative, which is one name for it. It doesn't necessarily mean no wires. But essentially that did suggest a change in route, potentially through a neighborhood in Topsham. Due to load increases, some changes in the current circuitry, it didn't work out, and it didn't make sense. And again, I go back to, we're at this point in time where we need to get this done. We can't keep kicking this down the road and trying to find different solutions. So that's why we're looking at replacing it in the current right of way where it currently stands. There will be some offset 5 to 15 feet, but it will not be significant.
And that's basically the area by the Thompson Fair Mall Road.
For Topsham, it essentially will start over by where Crookers is. There's a substation there. We call it Topsham 115. It will then cross 196, go down behind the mall area, cross over by Home Depot, that area. It then cuts out and goes across the Androscoggin River after a couple crossings over the interstate, and then over through Brunswick and some of their neighborhoods.
Great. Thank you.
Very welcome, thank you.
All right, next, we have an update from the Conservation Commission. Gina Stewart, Deeds Chair.
So I submitted our annual report, but I wanted to stop by and introduce myself and give you a couple of highlights from the Conservation Commission since our last update in October 2024. After more than a decade of service, Victor Langelo had to step back from the Conservation Commission as chair for medical recovery. So at our most recent elections, I was elected chair, Angie Brewer elected secretary, Chris DeWinnell as treasurer, and our two additional members, Audie Arbo and Eric Whitney, make up our 5-person team. In 2024-25, we helped with the planning and installation of the pollinator meadow at the solid waste facility, and we had a presentation at the Topsham Library from Professor Patty Jones and intern Izzy Gale talking about native plants and pollinators. And we've been working on coming up with a plan to update the 2010 Natural Areas Plan, which hasn't been updated since it was originally written. We're the first group to write the project request form that is the new process through the planning department. And I believe Sky will be presenting our project request in coming months. And we had students from Bowdoin College update our GIS data layers to bring in the new data that has been developed since the last Natural Areas Plan. And we're hoping that we would be able to hire a consultant to help us write an addendum or a revamp of the Natural Areas Plan and provide us with some expertise that could help us think about what are some ways that conservation efforts could be utilized by developers in the town to prioritize the conservation of natural areas and open space, and to find out what the priorities are of the towns. It's been 15 years since we've collected that kind of information from the town. And it was also part of the comp plan implementation strategies, so that's why we're working on that. Let's see, we attended the Maine Association of Conservation Commissions, the statewide group, and our next meeting for that is October 25th. We discussed the Brunswick Topsham Dam for relicensing project, and we have an invasive species removal coming up at Head of Tide Park on November 2nd at 10 a.m. So if anybody wants to join us to clip some barberry, bring some whoppers and some gloves. And we also work with liaising with summer planning interns, the Brunswick Tree Committee, the Brunswick Topsham Land Trust, CPIC, and the Energy Committee on other efforts. Questions, please? Okay, thank you.
I have one question. I don't even know if it's the right question to ask, but considering the large scope of CMP coming through their corridor, offsetting their poles and the equipment that's going to go in there, oftentimes in those corridors, and there was a report that was generated that it's like that thick. But there's a lot of guidelines in there for what their plan is to conduct for making sure that they don't harm wetlands, for example, or species of plant life that might be endangered or rare to Maine. They've identified some of those. I'm not sure if the Conservation Commission that's something that they want to look into to make sure that at least while we're working on that project, that we're not really tearing away anything that we shouldn't.
Mostly state and federal stuff.
Yeah,
Laws.
because they would have to be reviewed in order to get permitting for their.
Got it.
One thing CMP did offer, which Greg can comment on if you'd like, is when they've got the mats down that protect the ground from being ripped up, there might be an opportunity for us. We could sometimes get complaints about trash that's in that stream area beside the Topsham Fair Mall. And there might be an opportunity for us when they're not working, but the mats are still there, to have like a neighborhood cleanup or something that, that I say that accurately. Right?
Yep. That's certainly something we can work with.
Yeah, so keeping us informed on when those kind of opportunities arise.
Sure, we can do that.
Any
Thank you.
questions?
That was it. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Public comment, any? Correspondence, anything this week? We have no adjustments to the agenda. Next item, consent calendar, approval of the minutes of the regular select board meeting held October 2nd, 2025.
Moved.
Very good.
Yeah.
Moved and seconded, all in favor. Thank you. Well done. All right. Public hearing, so we're 2587, public hearing to adopt the annual appendices update for October 1st, 2025 to September 30th, 2026, and the recovery residence housing maximums.
And Clerk Linda Dumont will come up, or I should say General Assistance Coordinator.
It's not that.
Good evening. I'm here to request that the board adopt the appendices. Each year, the state requires us, each municipality, to adopt the appendices every year. So I'm here to request that we adopt them. And there's a signature page.
Any questions from the audience?
Questions, the information is on your packet as far as what's been increased. It's food, housing, overall maximum is mileage, and the recovery residences, but we don't have any in Topsham, so.
Does that raise your eyebrow?
Just a formality question that is, I don't suspect will happen, but the state says that we need to adopt them every year. What happens if we don't?
Some of these we have to. These ones have to be adopted because it's state statute. And the ordinance, that we use right now, we should consider adopting the newest one, which is 25, that they just got finished, changing. So we have to, we got the housing one, we can increase, but we can't decrease.
Got it. Okay.
So the state pays us back 70% of what we expend. So probably if we didn't adopt their things, they might not pay us the 70%. Would that be accurate?
Again, I don't suspect that to happen. I just don't know. You don't know.
It's never not been adopted.
Right.
And we have to have something to, to work with.
Great.
Any more questions?
Any questions online? All right, ready for a vote?
I make a motion
Yes.
to adopt the annual appendices update for October 1st, 2025 through September 30th, 2026, and the recovery residence housing maximums.
Second.
Very good. Moved and seconded. All in favor? Thank you. All right, next item is. Who's counting, right? 2588, consideration and any appropriate action to approve the addition of the proposed municipal. I think it's quick claim, okay, I was reading it wrong. Quick claim easement deed to the town warrant with the recommendation ought to pass.
Planner Josh Franklin.
Right, so I'm here in reference to, it's lot 21D on tax map 05, which is basically that's the mixed use area at the corner of Park Drive and Area Way. So that's a current location of Goodwill, and the recently approved Park Drive residences, multifamily buildings, that are currently under construction. So in 2007, the town granted, Park Drive Lot 12 LLC, which is the parcel owner and the Park Drive residence, the developer. They granted them an easement in the town's public right of way, that was meant for signage, very small easement. So unfortunately, the signage that was meant to be built in easement was built just outside the easement. So currently, technically, the sign is on our property. So to fix the issue, the developer is requesting that the easement be revised to encompass the actual location of the now existing signage. In the memo, I did include two maps, and so you can basically see one, the current location in relation where the sign is, and then where it's proposed, which is around the sign. There's also a revised easement deed that's been provided. So in order for the town to cede an easement area, it has to be put forward on the town warrants. So the planning department is requesting that the select board approve the addition of the proposed easement deed to the town warrant with the recommendation to pass. So, if there are any questions about that?
You have the authority to accept easements. It's part of our housekeeping articles. We have the end of the warrant, but you don't have the authority to grant easements. So that would have to go before town meeting.
Okay.
So the sign,
Did someone just like read the plan wrong, or was it cheaper to put the sign right there, or like how?
I think it was just an accident, yeah, because it was, again, 20 years ago. No, same side of the road.
No, I'm like the other side of the access road.
So there are two. I know what you're looking at. There are two of them. So there's one that's above the access road and one that's just south of it. The difference is really just it's like 10 feet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the one that's below it. That's the one that's being moved.
Gotcha.
The one that's above it is staying exactly where it is.
yeah,
Please arrive.
There was a
And this would be on the May warrant. We would obviously have a special town meeting for this.
and that easement doesn't encroach on the possibility of any future development of that site for anything, does it?
No, it's a very, very small difference of where it was before. So I would say no significant difference.
Ruby,
Excellent.
Marie, you're up. Come on, you gotta make one more.
Straight from there on.
Make motion to approve the addition of the proposed municipal footprint.
Easement, yeah.
Easement deed to the town warrant with the recommendation of pass.
Second.
Okay. Motion and second, all in favor? Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir.
All right, next up, 2589, consideration and any appropriate action on the appointment of Courtney Owen to the Topsham Development Inc. Board. So we met with Courtney tonight, had a nice conversation. She has a lot of interest in being on the board, and she clearly understands the business climate of Topsham, so she's been very active in the business community for quite a while, here as well as in neighboring towns. So thought she'd be a great candidate, and certainly endorsing her for that. So, a motion?
And I move that we
Gonna make it busy today.
appoint Courtney Boland to the Topsham Development Inc. Board.
Move it. And second. All in favor? Okay, thank you.
Got that, Patty?
All right, 2590, consideration and any appropriate action to adopt proposed changes in the earned paid leave section of the town personnel policy.
So a few years ago, the state passed the requirement that every employee, including our high school soccer refs, have the opportunity to get an earned paid leave. So we adopted that law as we had to when the time came. Under that law, you couldn't carry over more than 40 hours, or you couldn't carry it to a future year. Now you can carry over 40 hours from one year to the next. So what this does is change our town personnel policy to continue to match state law, so that a person can carry over 40 hours and accumulate a total of up to 80 hours in their bank before they wouldn't accumulate anymore.
Is there a cap on that?
The cap would be 80. Yeah.
Oh,
You can only use 40 per year.
Yep.
Still.
Okay. A motion.
make a motion, move. Adopt the proposed changes in the earned paid leave section of the Town of Topsham Personnel policy.
Second. Moved and seconded, all in favor? Oops.
One housekeeping item that, the Marion Trail Board, I'm not sure if Victor still participated, but we need a number. Doesn't have to be a budget official, but it just dawned on me. So think about that for next meeting.
All right. We're not adjourned at this moment, because we haven't finished business. So, who's here? All right, we'll go to the newbie first. Oh, that's a nice one. You see through that? In recognition of this being the last meeting on the board, we have a memento of Matt and Marie.
Would we can find Silver Bridge?
We could get you one. Actually, Dennis would rather that we gave you a rod from the old Black Bridge, but he's got a bunch of those he's trying to use, right?
There we go. Beautiful.
And we have a large number of signatures in the back from town staff as well as the board, so.
Thank you, Dawn.
One on the camera. There we go.
Mention the picture. Right there.
Oh. Okay, two.
Go that way, I'll go this way.
Actually, can you step forward in this?
Yes. I don't want to take up too much time here. This is everyone's favorite time of meeting.
Just get to speak.
No, it's your favorite time, we're getting to the end.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you very much.
All right, you can take the photos. I didn't mean to split it.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, and you joined the board in what year?
Right before the old world ended.
2010. 2010. Yeah, so that's yours.
When did you start? 2019?
That sounds about right, yeah. All right, so you joined in 2010, going through many interesting board meetings over the years. And likewise, you have many people with very nice comments for you, so congratulations and thanks so much for your service.
Thank you.
This guy's so pushy. There you go. That's congratulations. All right. Let's flip a coin on a motion.
Yeah, where you want to do it or me?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Seconded.
Come on.
I did, I kind of
Good
did.
fraud here. We don't have so much fraud in America. Very good.
Thanks, everybody.